while the rest of the zombies YouTubers were busy looking for a little Easter egg in the giant, we were perfecting and honing our skills at the craft of zombiesmanship. In this episode, namely speaking, we will be showing you how to get Pack-a-Punch on round 3, solo edition. So it's probably one of the earliest rounds you could ever get Pack-a-Punch on or ever hope to get this machine unlocked. Certainly on Origins, it took a lot longer than the third round for you to even fathom Pack-a-Punching your weapons. Fortunately, on Shadows of Evil, it's a lot easier. However, it is a lot trickier. And for new players, I decided I was going to make a guide showing you how to be as efficient as possible at getting shit done. This is our GSD day, hater. Get shit done. So, getting shit done quick basically consists of the following strategy to implement into your Shadows of Evil Zombies gameplay. Of this strategy would be using your money wisely and also point whoring to the max. So to do so requires some thinking and forethought of how you're going to approach this conundrum, as it's basically a giant puzzle. Getting from one end to the other can be very costly, and unfortunately you have to go through all the places to continue with Pack-a-Punching gun. I don't want to mess up my chance for stardom. Do you, baby? Oh, I hear it every time. Oh! So when you start the first round of Shadows of Evil, the first thing you want to do is check and see what drop you got. It's a lot like a hand of poker, or blackjack might be a more affable analogy. There are quite the wide variety of drops you can get: max ammo, double points, the nuke, and insta-kill. Now, the most useless of them all right now would be the nuke. It would just advance you immediately to the next round and be of no use to anybody. I wouldn't even open the door if that was the case. You get the nuke in the first door power-up. Your best option would be to leave game or down yourself into starting a new game solo and hoping that you don't get that. It's very rare. I've never seen it personally. But beyond that, the other 3 perks that could be in there are definitely useful and have their times to shine, so to speak. We got a max ammo, which will come in handy in taking out the Margwas later on towards the end of the rituals. They only come on round 2 and round 4. And going into the Rift, it could be potentially more useful to us if we don't spawn other max ammos on the map. Basically, think of it like this. Nukes, avoid them at all costs. They're going to fuck you over and getting shit done quick. And that's our mindset today. While insta-kills might seem useless as well, insta-kills have their time to shine when you're entering the Rift for the first time. Conserving ammo in the Rift is pretty key when you first enter there, and you have to kill all the Guardians there to actually enter the Pack-a-Punch room. So, having insta-kill available means you can simply knife them, and since we'll be going in on round 3, 3 knives to each Guardian when they can down us in 2 hits is very problematic and pretty much impossible to do. They'll be flying around and flanking us from all sides. So that's where an insta-kill can shine for you. Beyond that, once that's done, the first thing you want to do is open the gate to the main area and proceed into beast mode. From there, you immediately want to open the gate to the summoning key and open the back door if it's a viable perk. You also want to turn the quick revive machine on and run over to the crane. You're getting a long shot with the electrical snapper, and then you want to hook shot up to the rooftop where Nero's lair is located. A serial killer's hideout, as my boy Jackie Vincent would say. He's just as much dick as me. Easily my second favorite character in the game. Open up the back staircase and you should be running out of beast mode by the time you get there. Once that's done, you want to quickly shoot some of the zombies in the leg. I like doing 2 shots. The Bloodhound's a lot more powerful than starting pistols in usual games, so 2 shots to the chest or leg area and then a knife will be more than sufficient at getting them out of your fucking way. Once that's done, you want to quickly go over and grab yourself a summoning key and make your way over and pick up that fumigator. That's going to come in handy later if you run out of ammo or money. The green yellowish pods can actually spawn new enemies and can actually give you an RK5, which is pretty useful, or the dragon sniper rifle, which is equally a lot better. Anyway, once that's done, make your way out to the fucking pen area. And now you grab yourself the pen. The Guardians will spawn. You immediately want to just knife them. Don't waste your bullets. You're putting a low price on the cost of ammunition, and ammunition, unfortunately, my friend, will be very scarce by the time we get to round 3. I know, this is crazy. Who the hell does it? I wouldn't even recommend picking up Quick Revive at this juncture. It's not worth it. Like, you're not going to pick up Quick Revive at all during this. You're saving yourself a step for later. You will pick up no perks in the 3 rounds. I'm just simply waiting here for this fucking zombie to get a little fucked. That's done. Make your way up to Nero's Lair. Nero's Lair, what you want to do is quickly activate the summoning ritual. Oh, great. You want to take aim at Nero's poster and quickly aim at his face! And it'll do nothing. Just activate the ritual and a whole bunch of witches will all fly in from their flame portals of hell. Trying to task you. You don't actually have to kill them. Some people say you do, that they're retarded. You just have to run around in this train-like motion. I almost go down. Who's the retarded one now? Run around the center pylon where the ritual is taking place, and you will activate the Earthworm Gatekeeper. From there on, it's personal preference. I like going to the Footlight District. I like going to the Footlight District because that area has a lot more room to deal with in terms of Margwa we'll be dealing with at a later point when we do the ritual. You quickly want to get into beast mode, hook shot up to the roof, jump across the ledge and knock the shit down that contains the hairpiece. Baldy. Now you want to activate the perk that's up there and the staircase and make your way quickly back. I mean, hook shot up to the burlesque roof, and then behind it you'll activate the power supply. Unfortunately, you'll be out of beast mode by the time you're at the end of that. You won't be able to get back in time to open up the rift portal. That's not a big deal. Now, the hairpiece should be on the floor. Simply pick it up. This will spawn more witches who will try to kill you. Don't worry, it's only round 1, I said aloud as I stabbed them in their face. At this point, you're sort of shit out of luck for accruing more points. What am I fucking saying? Simply kill the next zombie and progress into round 2. A little problematic, as you'll see, because we're knifing the zombies. There's a chance a nuke can spawn like it just did, and now we're on round fucking 3, and you're like, he only did 1 ritual. How the hell are we going to get all this other shit done? Well, I'm going to explain it to you very carefully. The first thing I do is, since we're running low on ammo, I'm going to bust open some pods and hopefully we get something good. We did not. Not a big deal. I have to go to the starting area and pick myself up an RK5. Easily one of the best pistols in the game. The starting room guns are pretty good. People either use the Shiva or RK5. I use the RK5. I'm better with it. The Shiva shoots 1 bullet at a time. I'm not that cheap. Don't worry about it. I might be a point hoard to the max, but I'm not that cheap. Most of this strategy in this round consists of shooting at least once and then knifing 3 times. You want to conserve that ammo, bro. That's what this life's all about. You simply have to accrue enough points to open up the Footlight District actual, make your way into the burlesque. This will take not too much. You should have had most of the points already set by the last round. Once you enter into the burlesque, you quickly want to place down the toupee on the summoning table and allow the witches to spawn their evil satanic horrors inside this theater of neglect. I always do the burlesque second because it's a fairly easy training route. The RK5 will take care of any witches that get in your way. They shouldn't get in your way, I'll be honest. You can train if you walk fairly slow at a nominal pace and know when to run. You can basically have them going in a circle trying to chase you down, hater. But you can get in some tight areas if they figure out where you are if you don't move fast enough. It's just a sweet spot of figuring out how fast you have to run and how slow you have to walk before you get it. The ritual will not take too long to complete. Don't get yourself trapped in any corners here. It's a little tight. Not as tight as we're going to get. If it ain't tight, it ain't right, hater. What? What did I just say? When the Margwa spawns in, you immediately want to take out your RK5 and begin shooting. Its heads will all be open for the first few seconds. You have to take advantage of this very quickly. It'll be slow when it first spawns in, not a big deal. And then you want to bring it out into this main area of the Footlight District. Now, don't be distracted by all the cars. It's not. It looks like a maze, but it really is just a giant loop around the box office area. And once you figure that out, you're good to go. I got stuck on some cars when dealing with my first Margwa ever, and it was just a fucking nightmare. I got down because I got myself caught on some cars. So just keep yourself aware of that and stick close to the box office, and you'll have the Margwa done very easily. Simply pick off whatever's left of the fucking excrement it leaves behind and continue forth into the round. You want to keep some zombies alive. I killed some knowing that I had a few more left from round 3. And once this is done, all you want to do is make your way back to the junction. What we'll be doing at this point is fairly hectic, so keep up, okay? Thanks. Once you reach the junction, immediately you want to go to the Waterfront District and then get yourself a beast mode. You'll have multiple beast modes in this round to do. Not a big deal at all. You want to quickly grapple up to the roof in the next area and grapple across to the other roof and knock the package with the championship belt down. Grapple over to the other roof and then go onto this boardwalk area and jump down to the dock. You're going to run to the other side of the pier and there you'll see the door. You have to smash that very quickly and you'll run out of beast mode shortly thereafter. It's very quick and a very extreme process to go to, so to speak. You have to be very precise with your movements for it to work. And you have to be aware that if you miss something, you're probably not going to be able to reach the dock door in time. Just saying. Once this is done, you immediately want to leave the Waterfront District, as counterintuitive as it sounds, and now you want to go over to the Canal District. You'll have enough points to open the door. Do that, okay? And once you've done that, quickly get back into beast mode. This is where speed and efficiency is key. Run down into the canal itself, break open this box, break open the door adjacent to it, and further down the line, you'll see this yellow room with the power supply. Electrify that, turn that shit on, I pressed the wrong trigger, and now grapple up into the Ruby Rabbit. There you want to quickly make a turn into the staircase that goes down. Keep going down, and then you'll see the box by the door. You want to shock it, and I barely had enough time to get all that done in one beast mode, but I did. That's just from knowing where it is and being the best player in the world. Anyway, once that's done, you'll have all the pieces now on the ground. All you have to do is pick them up. You'll note when I get the detective's badge, I don't even look at the fucking witches spawning in. I don't even deal with that bullshit. My life ain't about that. I don't need that in my life, hater. And then I make my way over to the Waterfront District where all the scary shit goes down. These people don't even know about drugs yet. Ugh. And then I go pick up the championship belt. I still am just like a neglectful parent in not dealing with these stupid witches. I lead them on a little chase around the city. Simply make your way back to the Footlight District. Proceed to the edge where the car mayhem mess is. Someone needs to clean it up. And there you'll see the train in all its glory. You want to make note of the map, real talk though. You want to note where the question marks are on this map of which way you'll be having to look out of the train, because we're going to be doing the sword process alongside this 3-round pack-a-punch guide. All you have to do, hater, is simply activate the train to the Canal District where the Ruby Rabbit is, because now we're on round 3 of rituals isms, and take note of where and when we'll have to be looking outside of which side of the train. So it's all on the same side. I set the destination to the canals and we're good to go. Now it takes me a second to realize which direction I am actually going, so once the train is active, all you have to do is look at the whatever side it dictates on the map. And you want to have yourself a piece of paper and a pen handy and press the pause button when you see the symbols, as I did. Draw that shit down on the piece of paper, because, like, you're not going to remember this shit, I guarantee you. Now you want to progress into the Ruby Rabbit. You should have 2 symbols from the walls drawn onto the paper. And now you want to simply activate the ritual. Have your RK5 ready to go, because this can get a little tight in here. All I do is, I've seen people fucking kill these things. I just train them around the top area and get them to come up. So they'll be screwed up because you're switching floors very rapidly. The RK5 is good at taking them out, so you're not really in any danger. What happens is they get distracted when you go upstairs, and then they follow you downstairs. So all I do is simply go upstairs to where a break is in the railing, get them to follow me up, and then I jump down to the next floor below, and they'll follow you down there and just lead them because they're stupid. These witches figured out time travel, can't figure out how to fucking kill a person, dummy. The next zombie should probably be a runner. I imagine he'd be the last one. In our instance, he is. So just juke him out inside the Ruby Rabbit and make your way back up to the train station. Red light! Red light! We're going to the waterfront, brother. So once you get on the train, be mindful of the direction you have to look out. Simply rewrite the last symbol down on the piece of paper, and now you got the 3 symbols for your sword already set up. We're still on round 3 by some miraculous miracle, and now you'll be headed directly to the Waterfront District. What a great place to be. Now the Waterfront District is fairly straightforward. It's super shabby. And why I saved this one for last is because, frankly, it's such a tight place to be in. There's very close quarters inside when you do the ritual, so you can get fucked. But the outside of it is perfect for training the Margwa around. Whereas with the Ruby Rabbit, once he's outside the Ruby Rabbit, you have like one street to go down and it's very tight. Whereas with this, you're okay. So I usually perch myself up in the corner and begin taking out these witches. If they get too close, you can simply shoot your way out into the middle area and then run down like I did here. The witches shouldn't be too problematic for you. As long as you have good ammo and aim for their heads. This corner again is a good place to be unless you're training like I am. So being downstairs is not a good place to be. I'll be straight up with you. You're going to get killed if you stay down there too long. So staying in that corner and then moving around when they get too close is probably the best strategy. It'll spawn a Margwa because this is the final round of it. Simply deal with that. It's going to give you enough points to get your shit done accordingly, friend. Now that all the rituals are done in the main area, all you have to do is make your way back to the Footlight. Remember, we've not opened any doors in these districts. We've only used the train to go there. So we've saved a lot of money. Instead of dropping $12.50 each door that we had to open, we simply spent $500 to go to a district. Not too shabby. That's a savings net of, I don't know. I wasn't good at math. It's like $7.50, is it? Someone tell me in the comments below, okay? A little bit of housekeeping just at the end here before we do the final ritual, and I like to just board up some of the windows. I know it's like petty at this point, but we're still gonna net like a couple, maybe like 100 maximum points from it, not a lot, but it's enough that it could push you over the edge if you didn't have enough points down there. If you somehow screwed up by not following this guy, brother, then maybe it's a good idea to board up some of them windows and see how much savings you can accumulate over the duration of the journey. All you have to do is make your way down to the rift area, compose yourself, however that requires you to be calm and collected, and make your way down in this hellish nightmare fucking area. Oh! With the RK5, you should be ready and good to take out all these guardians who will spawn. You've destroyed them, make your way over the wall, knife it, it'll explode into this mess of colors. Super cool, and you should have another ritual available. Simply use that to open up the sword room accordingly by entering the code. You can pause because this is a solo game, look to your sheet, and deposit the code into the door accordingly, and now you have the Apothicon egg ready to roll. I like grabbing the sword egg and dropping in the Cthulhu statue this early. It sets you up for later, so you're basically good to go come the next round. What you do is go to the Pack-a-Punch room, which will now be open. Deposit the gate worms accordingly. It doesn't matter which one, just don't throw it down the hole. What I like doing is I like kiting the fucking last final zombie, which will be there out of the room directly. I don't like him being in the ritual room with me when I do the final Pack-a-Punch ritual, just so he doesn't accidentally get killed or in my way when I'm having to train. Now, activate the Pack-a-Punch ritual, all the guardians will spawn. And they're not too easy. I mean, they're not too difficult to juke out at this point. This is a fairly open area where the ritual activation ring is. It's a fairly open area, so you can sort of train them around there. I also like running around the map. Once I've got them in one area, I like to be in another area, so they sort of follow me around there, but not moving so fast that they simply beat me to the pass. Once the Shadow Man reveals himself as the HP Lovecraft god Nyarlathotep, you'll be treated to a Margwa spawning in the same fucking room as you. All you have to do is take care of that. This will afford you a 1,500 point net if done correctly. If not done correctly, then you'll probably be dead. I don't know how to not kill it correctly, but you'll find out. Now, killing the Margwa is not too difficult. You've already dealt with, at this point, 2 other ones, and we're only on round 3, so he'll be very basic for you to kill. You could even probably use the Bloodhound if you were sort of short on ammo. Thankfully, we didn't even get the ammo perk from the starting room. Like, think about that. We didn't have to. We could have, but we were very lucky in that we didn't have to. So that's always a fucking plus if this fight goes sideways and we run out of ammo. At this juncture, once you've killed the Margwa, you'll for sure have enough points to activate the Pack-a-Punch, and you'll see that we do it. I almost shot that guy, sending us into round 4. Imagine how tragic that would be. Anyway, regardless, we Pack-a-Punch the RK5, making it into the Squillifier. Oh, whoops. Wrong game. Like I get confused. I'm not fucking stupid. Once that's done, you'll have your Pack-a-Punch on round 3. The GSD method. Get shit done. We just said we were able to do it in round 3. Pack-a-Punch. The first on YouTube. The best guide for getting you set up quick for a long stay at Shadows of Evil. By now, you'll have a Pack-a-Punch weapon. You'll have the Apothicon egg set up. And you're good to go for future rounds. You'll have half the game basically is your oyster at this point. You can simply fuck around. You haven't even ran the mystery box yet, so you can do that at some point. But you have Pack-a-Punch set up, which is a large hurdle for most players. And this is the most efficient way, at least I found, in my journeys of doing Shadows of Evil, of getting this all done very quickly. Anyway, I hope this was very informative for you guys. I know a lot of players, when I go into public matches when they play Shadows of Evil, have trouble being efficient, and unfortunately this is a map that rewards that very, very well. So if you can get all this done very early, you're basically good to go. You're golden for the next few rounds. That's all I can say. Please consider leaving a like on this video. It took a while to compile and a few rounds of testing to even get this method down. And if you're new around here, be considerate and consider subscribing, friend. We're on the road to 500,000 subscribers. A milestone I think will be absolutely astounding to reach. Thank you so much for helping me out thus far, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And leave a comment in the comment section below if you want me to make more tutorials explaining how to get shit done. I'll see you in the next video.